And so I'd be interested in hearing from both of you, what are your personal strategies for how you arrange the information inputs in your life? How do you screen? How do you make sure that you're aware of serendipitous encounters with information that maybe not is set up through your screens? Just how do you organize your life to get what you need in information and to project what you want?
You know, I have to say, first and foremost, I rely on my friends and my colleagues. I mean, some of that is assisted with a variety of mechanisms, whether it's, you know, shared RSS feeds or shared bookmarking services, or, you know, all kinds of collaborative tools. You know, and I think RSS and Atom are, you know, some of the, you know, critical pieces of technology that got put on top of the web. They're just vital to the kind of decentralized publication environment that we have. But it's not enough to have the technology. You have to know whose RSS feeds to pay attention to, right? So, you know, I think you trust your friends, and I think that's the great success of a lot of these social networking services, that they put our friends closer to us and make it, you know, it means I can figure out what Tim's reading if we don't happen to be next door to each other. And I think these are, you know, these are all services that need to be developed further. I certainly feel like I probably miss more than I catch in terms of what I ought to read, but to me it's friends.
Well, I suppose it's the way, so his friends and his colleagues and his people in general, whenever you read a feed of something, it's a feed that somebody else has produced. So selecting those things is important. Yeah, I have really horrendous email filters. So if you send email to my email address and you don't put my name in there, then your mail arrives and with about 60 per day of spam who know my email address but don't know my name. So it's worth it to me. I'm sorry, you lose. So you have to remember to put my name in there. So that cuts down a huge amount of spam. I've got lots of other spam filters of various sorts, which cut, so that in fact the amount of email that I read, I scan through, I don't know, whether 1,600 a day, and I try to do that, and then I mark up all the ones which are really important to need to be dealt with, and I never do them. So I have not solved this problem. I can do the scanning and flagging, but dealing with the flagged ones is totally beyond me. So I think because those are the ones which actually involve, you know, being online and looking things up and thinking and writing responses and stuff. So there are lots of things which I don't. There's one thing I find is really good fun at a conference like this is to get out TweetDeck and have a column for each of the, you know, each of the flags, and have more and more complicated columns which combine different flags. And so one rule I try to do is, if I want to get work done, turn off TweetDeck, because it's just to explore the ADD side of your personality, turn on TweetDeck and turn it off. And so I think, as somebody who quite well said the other day, she's talking about this, how do you deal with all the different, having so many windows. I have a large number of applications open, I have a large number of windows open. You know, if I actually, my machine crashes, it's a bit like having Adele sleep, because you know, a huge amount of activity just disappears. And so, and I heard somebody say the other day that when they finish with a window, they just, you know, when they don't think they're going to use it, they close it. And I thought that was really novel. So that's another tip that I heard out there.